Yeah,
Hello, back again.
lovely. That looks good. Sorry. Yeah, Bella, that's great. Oh, Celine.
I might paint one of these on my door.
They're really beautiful, these Tibetan symbols. I think they could make really lovely jewelry as
Yeah,
well.
I would wear this as an earring.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that I would do
Beautiful.
one, I would draw one of them on my piece of wood.
Mm.
Mm.
It's funny, I've got this necklace that I wear every day, or for ages, years I have, and it is Tibetan, like the woman who made it. It's Tibetan silver little face thingy. But
Can we see?
it reminds me of
Mm.
the one from Reiki level 2 that looks like a face, but you know, with the heart.
Ah, the shack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
or I should
beautiful.
say, the
Mm.
shack reminds me of it because I had this before I knew about that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Celine, did you have a go at drawing that?
I did. I really enjoyed drawing it.
Oh, yeah,
So,
you've really.
Yeah, beautiful.
no, but I just
I like
really
Yeah,
enjoyed that. There's
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah. And
like,
when
isn't it
you,
the Nautilus shell or something, isn't it?
I
You know, like
reckon
right,
almost,
it's great. Yeah.
right. And when you're
yeah.
actually in a treatment and you're using this and you're using your hands and it's like,
Yeah.
there's a real,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a real
Like all of
Yeah.
this.
energy to it. There's a
There
real,
is. I
yeah,
could really feel that even drawing it. It's
absolutely.
wow, magical.
They are magical.
Love that.
Yeah. We've lost Manda's iPhone again.
Yeah.
Manda, we can't see you.
Oh, sorry,
there
She
she
is.
is. How are you doing, Manda? Did you get to draw that?
You come closer, you could sort of, yeah, might.
I don't know if I need my glasses.
Sort of,
or
yeah.
I
The
think.
closer you come, it's getting a bit clearer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
That's looking good, Manda. Yeah.
thank you.
Yes. Brilliant. Excellent.
That's
So
gorgeous, yeah.
again, practice this. Start drawing it and creating it with your hands and.
Would you use it with the first one?
Rachel.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, apologies. No, I'm interrupt you. Would you use it with the first Kumio, or would you just sort of choose between using the Tibetan or the?
You could definitely use them together. It's not going to do any harm in the slightest. I mean, I used the Daikumio, the Japanese one, way more than these. To be really honest, I sometimes forget about these symbols, and actually just kind of looking at these with you now, I'm thinking, yeah, I really should use these more than I do. Yeah, but I don't see why. They're not. They're not an. They're not an either or.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. No. Were you going to say something, Bella?
No.
No. Okay. So let's go back into sharing this, and so that's the female Daikumio, and I've kind of told you a little bit about how you may use this, but of course do read through this. Now the Tibetan, the male one is very different. It has a different energy. Now if you remember with the female one, we start in the spiral and we kind of come out of the spiral. And with the male one, it's a different energy. So we start here and then we go into the spiral. So there's definitely, it's more active, it's more kind of like penetrating, isn't it? It has a different energy to it. And then this is the second line. So it's got the same amount of lines. And in a way, it's the same symbol, but they're just configured slightly differently. And drawn in a different way. So with the female one, we start within the spiral and come out, and in the male one, we enter into the spiral here.
It actually feels a completely different energy when you draw it.
Absolutely does. Yeah, it does. And again, when you start to use that in your treatments and you're using your hand like this to do it, it's very, very different. Yeah. And it definitely has a more dynamic kind of, I don't even hardly want to use the word masculine, but it has this more assertive energy to it. Sorry, go on, sorry. Can I close this screen then? Let's have a look. Go on, sorry. Wonderful.
Nice. That's
Nice. And also something which you captured very well there. There's definitely a balance to this, isn't there? I'll hold
Like
this
the
up.
heart.
Yes. And also like a scales of balance,
Yeah.
you know? There's definitely so you don't want one side to be bigger than the other, or whereas the feminine one definitely has much more of a flow and less.
I was just going to say it's like a dance. The feminine one is more like a dance.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. And this one is definitely much more controlled and contained, isn't it? And the other one's more free and everything. So bearing that in mind, you know, when you're doing your treatment, you'll just feel intuitively which of those feels right and relevant. Yeah. It's different ways of delivering the energy into the... Yeah? Okay. So that is the male Dumo, the Tibetan male Dekumyo. So those are the three symbols that I wanted to introduce to you today. So your homework is definitely to practice drawing those, using them, making jewelry, however it is that you're going to express these, and I'd really encourage you to read that article that I included about the Dekumyo called The Great Bright Light, which is around page 27-ish in the course manual. It's a while since I made this manual, but just the other day I read through it all and I was like, oh, that is a really good article. There's some good articles in here. I put a really nice one in from William Lee Rand as well. So any questions on what we've kind of covered today, or anything that you want to, any observations before we finish off? Okay, well, we've got the group, haven't we, to carry on the conversation. Before next week, I'd really like to do your first attunements. So each of you has 2 attunements as part of this course. Each of you is also going to give me an attunement later on and a treatment. So I'm waiting for you to start to offer me treatment, okay? Because we won't do the treatment and the attunement in the same session. But yeah, definitely before next week, I'd like to do 1 attunement for each of you, which will be your attunement for these 3 symbols. Okay. So yeah, we can organize that within the group, just to let you all know that I will not be available next Monday and Tuesday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah, I enjoyed that so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for anyone who's watching the recording of this, you will find a link below to book in your attunement using it's a link into my calendar. But for us group doing it live, yeah, we'll just organize that through the group. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Simon.
right. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
That's
Simon.
great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
See you all.